Quality is not an act, it is a habit. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. Happiness depends upon ourselves. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. A friend to all is a friend to none. Hope is a waking dream. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. He who is unable to live in society, or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself, must be either a beast or a god. Nature does nothing in vain. The aim of the wise is not to secure pleasure, but to avoid pain. The ultimate value of life depends upon awareness and the power of contemplation rather than upon mere survival. The secret to humor is surprise. The educated differ from the uneducated, as much as the living from the dead. Democracy is when the indigent, and not the men of property, are the rulers. Suffering becomes beautiful when anyone bears great calamities with cheerfulness, not through insensibility, but through greatness of mind. The most perfect political community is one in which the middle class is in control and outnumbers both of the other classes. For one swallow does not make a summer, nor does one day, and so too one day, or a short time, does not make a man blessed and happy. Probable impossibilities are to be preferred to improbable possibilities. The virtue of justice consists in moderation, as regulated by wisdom. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. There is no great genius without some touch of madness. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice he is the worst. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. Republics decline into democracies and democracies degenerate into despotisms. Courage is the first of human qualities, because it is the quality which guarantees the others. Moral excellence comes about as a result of habit. We become just by doing just acts. Temperate by doing temperate acts, brave by doing brave acts. It is best to rise from life as from a banquet, neither thirsty nor drunken. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life. Those the art of living well. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Mothers are fonder than fathers of their children because they are more certain they are their own. I have gained this from philosophy, that I do without being commanded what others do only from fear of the law. The state comes into existence for the sake of life and continues to exist for the sake of good life. We become just by performing just action. Temperate by performing temperate action. Brave by performing brave action. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsions, habit, reason, passion, desire. Politicians also have no leisure, because they are always aiming at something beyond political life itself. Power and glory, or happiness. In a democracy the poor will have more power than the rich, because there are more of them. and the will of the majority is supreme. We must no more ask whether. The soul and body are one than ask whether. The wax and the figure impressed on it are one. Inferiors revolt in order that they may be equal, and equals that they may be superior. Such is the state of mind which creates revolutions. Even when laws have been written down, they ought not always to remain unaltered. Poetry is finer and more philosophical than history. For poetry expresses the universal, and history only the particular.